My stepdad took my brother's hard-earned money and bought a car as a prank, but he was unprepared for the consequences. I am an older sister to my little brother, who finished high school last year. My little brother and I are close. He says I'm his best friend and loves me more than anyone. My brother has been asking our stepdad/mother if he could get a new car for his grad party since last year, and he said he'd pay 50 to 75% with his hard-earned money while they paid the rest. They said no. I have a car, but I have been working for one, and they helped me pay for it. So my brother's arguments with our parents got heated after a while. One time, I told my brother that I'd help him pay off expenses for a good car once I got my own. He hugged me and said I didn't need to worry and that he owed me way more than I owed him. But he continued to press our parents all of last year until they gave in and said yes, as they did for me. Note that our stepdad and my brother have a negative relationship for the most part. Our bio mother and stepdad got together soon after our bio dad and mom divorced when we were little. My brother thinks that stepdad and mother were seeing each other before our real parents divorced. Honestly, that might be true. Not certain, though. Anyway, my stepdad, mother, and brother compromised and said they'd get him the car in 2021 so that people wouldn't gawk at him at the graduation party. In June this year, they were still on about the car. Now, the arguments were getting loud and lasted hours until evening. My stepdad was getting into screaming matches with my brother over it, but they finally reached a final compromise on the car being bought last week. The fated morning comes, and my brother wakes up to our stepdad and mom guiding him outside to a car, but not his, our mother's. Stepdad used his and my brother's money on a dumb prank, bought a different car model, and said it was for our mother. Our mom and stepdad just laughed and kissed each other. My brother didn't lose it. He didn't even look angry. He just looked dead in our stepdad's eyes and said, and I'm not joking, verbatim, "You might think I'm effing stupid, you might think whatever, but I'm just better than you, bro. You know that, I know that, and our mom is a effing idiot for staying with a prick like you, but I'll make you wish you'd never effing met us. I promise you. You might be laughing now, but you'll be crying later." He then walked off, not even looking back at them as they stared horrified. They asked me what it was about, and I, feeling terrible for my brother, said they had it coming and not to be surprised. So now they grounded both of us. I've had to explain the situation to my friends as I can't see them anymore, but I feel so bad for my baby brother, and they back me up on this and asked me to comfort him as much as possible. But our parents are so mad, and they can't see that my brother had his heart crushed. It's been a few weeks since the car incident, and things have only worsened at home. Our stepdad and mom grounded both of us, thinking that would solve the problem. They still haven't realized how deeply they had hurt my brother. Over the next few weeks, the car started having minor issues, like the AC not working, and more serious ones, like the engine stalling unexpectedly. Each problem brought increasing frustration to our stepdad, who couldn't understand why his new car was falling apart. Eventually, the car broke down, and the repair costs were astronomical. Alongside this, my stepdad had problems with his job because there were a lot of calls reporting him, and now, he feels like he'll be fired in the next few weeks. He told my brother he'd be sorry if he were related to anything happening. My brother looked at him, unbothered. I told him, "It's not my fault that your life sucks, and you are yet to pay me back for my money." During this time, my brother and I found a modest apartment near my university. It was small but cozy. We moved out in the middle of the night to avoid confrontation, leaving a note explaining that we were done with the toxic environment and starting fresh on our own. The morning after we left, my stepdad and mom were furious. They tried calling and texting, but we ignored their attempts.